Okay, so let's talk about the latest Newcastle news. Now, it's been 4 days since I made a video, and the truth is, I did start making a video 2 days ago, and I got halfway through editing it, and I was like, I was just listening to myself, and it was too depressing. It was too sad. It was all too much. There was no joy. There was no joy to be found, and so I just gave up and I deleted it. I said, no, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be someone who just complains into the airwaves of YouTube. So I thought, you know what? I'll take a break. I'll take a break, and then I'll just come back when maybe there's some more positive, or if not positive, some more interesting things to talk about. The news is that Alexander ISAK is going to demand 300,000 a week in wages. And in my opinion, give it to him. I mean, this is a guy who we are asking for 150 plus million in a transfer fee. We are continually told he is one of the best strikers in world football. Now, if that's true, we have to pay him as such. If we want to keep him, we have to pay him what he is worth. It's not fair for us to say, well, we've got you on contract now, so even though we think you're really amazing and really great, we are going to pay you the same as a bench player at Chelsea. It's not fair on him. So if Newcastle want to play with the big boys, they need to put their big boy pants on and say, you know what, we value you as a player. Here's the crazy thing. Liverpool are reportedly going to pay Ekitike 270k a week. 270k to a striker who has not played in the Premier League, who is in no way Premier League proven, and could flop. There's a chance this guy could flop. Now, obviously, they're looking at it and saying, well, Newcastle have scouted him, so he must be good, so we'll just take their word for it. I mean, I don't know, Liverpool might as well just sack their entire scouting network at this point and just sign whoever we go for. They stole Szoboszlai from us, and now they're going to take Ekitike. They want ISAK. They're just greedy people. But for me, you just have to give it to him. PIF have owned Newcastle for 3 seasons now. Surely that's enough time for you to get your act together and really push through the revenue and make things happen. Now, I know Newcastle's revenue has gone up by a lot. You know, it has increased by a lot, but surely they could have done more. We have no stadium sponsor. We have no training ground sponsor. We have no training kit sponsor. We are not doing things that other teams are doing to raise our revenue. When you compare us to other teams, we are just taking a leisurely stroll through the park. Chelsea's owners have proven to us that if you bend or abuse the rules, you will not be punished for it. We have seen them time and time again abuse the spirit of the rules that the Premier League have laid down, and they have received no punishment for it. Why are we not doing this? Why are we behaving in such a whiter than white way when other teams who are already advantaged by the rules are further abusing and bending the rules and receiving no punishment whatsoever? I mean, UEFA put fines on them, but fining people for spending too much money is just mad because they don't care. It's pointless fining people for spending too much money because the point is they have more money than they know what to do with. So you are not hurting them in any way. If you want to hurt them, you give them a points deduction or you ban them from a competition. Newcastle need to stop playing by the rules in a game that is being played with a rigged deck. They need to start behaving like they're at the table to try and win, and not like they're just happy to be there to make up the numbers. If ISAK wants 300k a week and you think he is one of the best strikers in world football, give him the money. End of story. We need to start getting more aggressive. We need to start getting experts in who can tell us how to bend the rules, who can tell us ways we can push our revenue streams without breaking them. Let's start following Chelsea's lead and being shithouses. Let's get the dark arts going off the pitch as well as on the pitch. Now, in other news, apparently we had a bid for Wissa from Brentford rejected. Apparently we put in a bid of 25 million and that was rejected. Now, this guy is 28 years old. He has a year left on his contract, but apparently there's some kind of weird clause where the club can choose to extend the contract by a year without Wissa's consent. So in effect, although there is only one, it actually has 2 years on it. If you look at it like if they want to, they can still have 2 years on it. Now, would he be a good signing? Yeah, I think he'd be a very good signing, as long as you realize that he's 28, going to be 29 soon, which means approaching the big 3-0. He scores goals in the Premier League. He's a good player. So he would be a very good signing. Is he a statement signing? No, not really. I mean, you wouldn't be surprised if most established Premier League teams came in with a bid for him. You know, you wouldn't really be shocked if you saw him going to a West Ham, or you saw him going to a Crystal Palace, or you saw him going to Everton, or you saw him going to a Tottenham, or you saw him going to a Fulham. It wouldn't really blow your mind. He is not a statement signing, but he is a good, solid signing. And at the moment, Newcastle just need signings. We need to improve our squad because, as the friendly against Celtic showed, we have a massive drop-off after our first 11. And if we are going to be in the Champions League, in the League Cup, and in the FA Cup, as well as the Premier League next season, we need rotation options because we can't afford to run our best 11 players into the ground week after week because it will come back to bite us in the arse the same as it did last time we were in the Champions League. So let's hope that Newcastle push on and try and get a few more signings. If we sign Wissa, I would be very happy with that. I think that would be a solid signing. I think he would score goals for us. I think he would link up well with Ilanga, but we need to make more signings. The other thing, of course, is that Newcastle are looking like they're going to lose out on James Trafford, which means we will lose out on a goalkeeper. Now, is it the end of the world if we don't sign a goalkeeper? No, because we have Martin Dubravka and we have Nick Pope, who are both solid Premier League level goalkeepers. The problem is, though, they are both very similar in age and they are both in their mid-30s now. And this is a problem because next season, we are going to have 2 players firmly in their mid-30s. And when we come calling for a goalkeeper, people are going to know that we're after a goalkeeper and the prices are going to go up. So if we kick this can down the road, it might sting us later. But we just need so many signings. We just need people in so many positions, and Newcastle are just so painfully slow at getting business done at the moment. And we need to get our skates on and get some players in, because the closer it gets to the end of the transfer window, people are going to look at us and realize how desperate we are, and the prices are going to start to go up. We were led to believe that we were going to take advantage of people because of their PSR problems, and that did not emerge in any way, shape, or form. We were able to take advantage of exactly nobody. No advantage was taken by Newcastle. So now we are going to be heading towards the end of the transfer window. Teams are going to look at us. They're going to see us coming down the road, see how desperate we are for signings, because we've sold 3 or 4 players now and not replaced any of them. So we really need to get our skates on and get some business done. But this bid for Wissa looks promising. If we can get a few more players in, I mean, the whole Mark Gahey situation has gone pretty quiet, so who knows what's going on there. There's other options available for defenders in Europe, so maybe we can pursue one of those. As I said, it's probably better not to look at the day-to-day of Newcastle's transfer dealings and just wait and see what happens come the end of the transfer window, and then we'll judge them as to how well they've done. But yes, Alexander Isak, 300k a week, he deserves it, give it to him, end of story. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. Goodbye.